everyone, and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today, a weekend full of fast food is catching up to us and hitting our stomachs like a Mike Tyson uppercut, just as we sit down to watch Hearttt playing as the Turks in blue take on Mysterio playing as the Huns in red. Now, all the players heard their Hearttables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible. Who just gets that llama? Let's take a look at the civ matchup we'll be watching today. The Turks, very much a civilization built around gunpowder. Their gunpowder units are created faster, have extra HP, come with cheaper technologies, and some gunpowder units, their bombard towers, their bombard cannons, and their cannon galleons, not that I expect to see any of those on this map, can be upgraded to get extra range. Now, staying on brand, their unique unit is the Janissary. This is a more expensive but less accurate hand cannoneer with more HP, a better attack, and more armor, but unlike the hand cannoneer, it does not come with any kind of bonus against infantry. Now, to support these heavy but expensive units on the field of battle, the Turks can field some pretty decent supporting units. To start with, their scout line units do come with extra pierce armor. Their cavalry archers can be upgraded to get 20 extra HP, and their scout line units automatically upgrade to light cavalry units, which automatically upgrade to hussars once they reach Castle and Imperial Age, which does give the Turks access to top-of-the-line light cavalry units immediately without having to wait for any upgrades to be researched. Now, in order to be able to afford their gunpowder units, which, as we all know, are quite expensive, Turkish gold miners do work 20% faster. The chemistry upgrade is free of charge, and those free upgrades I mentioned from Scout to Light to Hussar do save the Turks about 1,300 resources. Now, across the grassy plains, we've got Mysterio playing as the Huns, a civilization designed to take the fight to its enemy with speed and mobility. Their cavalry archers get progressively cheaper, starting in Castle Age, 20% cheaper in Imperial. Their trebs fire more accurately at units, and their stables work faster, which is great because you can actually upgrade your stables to train their unique unit, the Tarkin. This is a medium cavalry unit with a high amount of pierce armor and an attack bonus against buildings that makes it great at late game raiding or just in general late game killing. Now, to support its military, take a look at the top of your screen where my mouse is. You'll see that the population of the Huns is already capped at 200. That's because the Huns do not require houses. They start the game with the full population space available, which does free up both wood and villager construction time during the precious early stages of the game, although it does come at the cost of 100 wood at the beginning of the game. Those are the two civilizations. Let's take a look as both players hit the 14-15 villager mark. Where are their resources? How easily are they defended? Primary gold for Mysterio, somewhat in the forward position. We'll call this forward-ish. Primary stone secure in the back, and then a few additional resources a little bit off campus. 4 forests surrounding his town center, 2 in the forward, 2 in the side positions, but on the whole, a pretty damn open base. Our Turk, primary stone in the front, primary gold in the back, additional resource for gold right in front, but a few additional patches nice and secure in the back. Pretty good location for additional resources, and forward-facing forest. Forward-facing forest. That's quite alliterative, nice and long, which means he has an easier time walling off the front of his base, although the sides, the east and the north, still pretty open. So on the whole, I don't know that any particular player is advantaged or disadvantaged here. I mean, Hearttt has this forest. Mysterio has a secure gold pile in the back. Heartt's tertiary or secondary, whichever one you want to call it, is very exposed. We'll see what happens. These are two civilizations with potential for incredible mobility. I mean, we know the Huns are super fast moving and mobile. The Turks can also be. Their cavalry archers are no less dangerous, even though they're full price. They do come with more HP, and the Huns again with the cheaper cav archers. That is a little bit in the future, though. We are still in Dark Age, and I am talking about cavalry archers. Let's get to Castle first, and then we'll talk about that. For now, both players sitting on the back of 18 villagers, both going up at literally the exact same time to Feudal. Ooh, loses control of a deer there for the last quick second there, and the hunters move out. Where are the hunters going? They are going to build a barracks. Hearttt has not yet discovered where his opponent is, sees the scout now. Is he wondering, is this scout at home or is he exploring? Okay, sees the barracks and now knows exactly where his opponent is. Mr. Yo hasn't even started going out on the map just yet. Okay, so advantage here to Hearttt, who finds the primary gold as well, sees that it's nice and open, no forests anywhere around here, discovers the location of the primary forest as well, the bushes. So a good amount of scouting here for Hearttt. Mr. Yo, okay, decides to pivot left as instead of going straight south, and should, assuming he continues on this course, run straight into the town center of his opponent. Okay, never mind. Sees the houses, says that's good enough for me. Now I'm going to start exploring the periphery. And let's see what he does. A stable going down for our Turk. A stable already up for our Hun. Remember, their stables do work faster. 20% faster. They're basically like the mounted Goths at this point. You know, the Gothic barracks also starts out the game working 20% faster. And with Anarchy and with Marauders, you know, both structures do train the unique unit. Both of them quite good at taking down buildings. Okay. Our Hun moving forward. 2 scouts, a third on the way. Is a 4th training? No, it is not. So he's happy on the back of 3. Let's see what kind of damage he can get done here. Our Turk moving forward with the spearman. His 2 scouts. Are they going to move home? Are they going to help defend this? Or are they going to go back across the map? It looks like a bit of a... bit of indecision here for our Turk. Okay, moves them. Looked like he was going to move them home. Then the Jaguar attacked, and now he moves them back into the offensive position. But 3 scouts versus 1 takes a bit of damage, but nothing really game ending here so far. No kills for either player, even though both have penetrated the bases of their opponent. And let's see what can happen here. Both players pretty damn secure. We've got a spearman already here taking down these scouts to half HP, but he's got to be careful. There is another spearman chasing him. Spearception happening here at the back of Mr. Yo's base. Oh, kill. First kill. Or is that the first kill? No, that may not be the first kill because they have 1 kill apiece. Our Turk has killed a villager with this scout. So first kill for Mr. Yo. And the spearman now poking and prodding. Mr. Yo's spearman should take this handily. And then we'll probably move back to position. Yep. But Hearttt, he's not done. He wants to catch some reinforcements. I wonder if he saw that scout moving out. In any event, he will see any move out now. He's positioned himself quite well. If he stays there, 3 damaged scouts. Need to be very, very careful. Let's see what the bases look like now. Additional lumber camps. Okay, Hearttt just continuing to wall himself in. Mr. Yo doing the exact same thing. So both players happy to sit in Feudal Age. Our Turks wood count, not exactly the highest. And let's see. Not that he needs wood to go scouts. Mr. Yo being very ominous, very dangerous with these scouts, but they're going to run into a bit of a wall off here. Let's see if Hearttt moves his spearmen properly to the south here. 1 does peel down to the south. Let's see if he manages to intercept. Even if he does, this is a one-way trip for this guy. And look at the sandwich attempt here by Hearttt. Fantastic movement out of him, but Mr. Yo with the mobility and is attacking into this wood line here as well. Garrison, no. Man, you can really defend your base with a few well-placed spearmen. The problem for Hearttt, they haven't been placed properly before Mr. Yo got here. Mr. Yo using this mobility. I mean, now he's up to 6 scouts. And remember, these are Hunnic scouts, not Turkish. Whereas Mr. Heartt's rather, if he can keep these guys alive, oh no, if he can keep them alive, the second he hits castle, they become light cavalry automatically. So a huge incentive for him to keep his scouts alive. Loses 1, unfortunately. And it looks like Mr. Yo also lost 1. Lies dead in the middle of a farm. So both players exchanging a bit of blows here and there. Our Hun is starting to accumulate food, as is our Turk. Our Hun a little bit ahead, even though they are on the same villager count. Heartt's not done, though. Let's see what he can get done with these 4. Mr. Yo heading home Okay, has decided, you know what, my adventures in the Turkish settlement are donezo. And oh no, Hearttt loses another scout unnecessarily again. The name of the game, in my opinion, for the... It loses another one! The name of the game for the Turks. Keep your scouts alive as long as possible. Use them to harass, use them to harangue, use them to do whatever you can. But please keep them alive, because again, the second you go up to castle, and I mean, he's nowhere close, he still needs more than 400 food to get there, they automatically upgrade, which gives you, again, a massive advantage. Loses another one. He is now down 3 scouts to 5, 2 spearmen to 6. It is our Hun who is moving out with a big ol' army, a few archers thrown into the mix as well, because why the hell not? Blacksmith gives Hearttt the secondary structure he needs to be able to go up to castle. Okay, finally does manage to pick off one of Mr. Yo's scouts. But Mr. Yo is here. Hearttt preempting this incursion attempt with a wall off. Palisade's pretty damn good. We'll see what he can do to stop this, if he can do anything to stop it. Our Turk, our Hun, both going up to Castle Age again, both literally 7 or 8 seconds apart. I mean, this is... Market is good, but he can just go south. Okay, never mind. He builds a house there as well. Market's absolutely fantastic. Allows you to build things safely, not having to worry about these archers. Man, oh man, when archers are in the mix, walling off becomes a real scary adventure. And let's see what he can get done here. Okay. I think he should reach Castle Age before these units are able to do any kind of damage. Our Turk has 6 scouts. Let's see if he trains one more. And then we'll keep an eye on them in 40 seconds and see them turn into light cav. Behind this, our Hun doubling down, of course, on archery ranges. So we are going to hopefully see cav archers, which I mentioned in the beginning of the game. Moving forward to repair. Oh no, he had no choice. He had to engage right now, even though he's going to lose. Actually, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, they become light cav right as he kills the remainder of Mr. Yo's army. Fantastic play there. I kudos to Hearttt for judging that and jumping and pouncing on Mr. Yo's army, even though he could have waited, even though he could have built another structure behind his house, tried to wall this off a little bit more. He says, absolutely not. I do not want to wait for that. Hearttt waits for no man, but oh. What? I thought those spearmen got a few pokes off on that light cav. Okay, the light cav is going to be at +2 armor. However, look what's already here. Now 10% off. And they are just going to be so annoying, harassing these farmers. Hearttt building a house, even though he's got 30 population space. I wonder why he's building that house. Is this an attempt at a preemptive wall off? And yes! I love this play out of our Turk. The camel rider with husbandry. Basically, the only unit right now that can catch up to these guys. 1.54 movement speed means even the light cav 1.5. Oh, no, now they can. Okay. So the camel's really the only unit that can engage, in my opinion, into those cav archers, especially if you're playing against hunted cav archers. Light cav are good. Don't get me wrong. 5 pierce armor is great, but really it's the attack bonus here. Oh man, my clicking skills, come on. The attack bonus of +9 against cavalry. Because remember, these guys are cav archers. They still do have cavalry armor class. So those camels will shred them to pieces. Scorpion will try to zone them out. Gets a first good bolt. Villager dies, though. And now we begin the dance of the cav archers, where one player tries to maneuver. One player tries to position these cav archers in such a way to snipe anything and everything that he can, while the other player does everything possible to engage into those cav archers and force them away with sheer melee in your face attack, which is exactly what's happening right now. Look at Hearttt peeling off a group of units trying to catch Mr. Yo's retreat to the north. Fantastic movement out of Hearttt. Fantastic army control. Wow, what a 40 chess move there, knowing that Mr. Yo would escape, guessing he would pivot north. But look at this, another contingent. 8, 9 more cav archers are here, +2 attack. Armor not so important on them at the moment. Not going to help against the bonus damage that the camels deal. Now, the good news for the cav archers is that the camel starts at a base of 0 pierce armor, which means it is also quite flimsy, even though it attacks much stronger than the light cav. And look at this trail, this Hansel and Gretel trail, but these are not gingerbread crumbs. These are not breadcrumbs. These are dead bodies on the floor. And unfortunately, Hearttt has to run away. Mr. Yo, though, take a look. Pushed back all the way to his base. Literally the last place a cav archer wants to be is back home. He is like a squirmy baby that doesn't want to be in your arms, that wants to go out and explore. These units are designed to be out on the map, out sniping units. But look at their HP also. He's down about half. Holy shit, down 500 HP out of 1100. Might want to build a monk or two to heal these, but look at this. Leather archer armor, thumb ring, ballistics. Mr. Yo is doubling down on cav archers. Our Turk building more camel riders. And the dance begins anew. So far, 2 cav archers, 3 cav archers lie dead. Oh my god, 4 or 5 cav archers. This is the problem when your HP is absolutely terrible. Look at that HP. The camel will get a swipe off, I think, at the straggler here. Oh, it's a light cav. So even if he does get a swipe off, I don't think that cav archer is going to die. And anyone, he runs home. Mr. Yo, for a second time, completely repelled. But he's not done yet. Light cavalry upgrade for him as well. He wants a meat shield. Camel for a cav archer. 2 camels for a cav archer. Mr. Yo is not finding any sniping whatsoever. Take a look at the minimap. He has 0 presence. Usually Mr. Yo likes to have multiple prongs out, multiple feelers out on the map, 2, 3, even 4, 5 different locations being attacked, but he is being kept in a tight ball here by Hearttt, who now has 3 scorpions, 3 monks, and a whole body of quicker moving cavalry units. +2, +2, a 3rd town center for our Turk, 2 extra town centers already up for our Hun. Villager populations, our Hun is ahead about 11, but he's down 12 army supply. Preemptive pull here by Hearttt, and now Mr. Yo might be a little trapped. Maybe not. Okay, he's not obviously not paying attention here. 1 scout lies dead, 1 cav archer, 2nd cav archer. And Hearttt must be super excited to trade out light cavalry units, even at 10% cheaper. Oh, the Jaguar is following some of these camels. Oh, more maneuvering out of Hearttt. Fantastic game sense and military control out of our Turk. Absolutely impressive here. Ooh, if this was closed, that would be the end of the story for these cav archers. But Mr. Yo, at this point, if you're Hearttt, you must be suspecting that this is all a feint. This is all just designed to get your units the hell out of position. And Hearttt realizes exactly that, although he's not sending his army back. Mr. Yo loses a mangonel, but does he manage to get 2 monks? The 3rd survives. And cav archers on the high ground. Remember, 25% extra damage done from the high ground. And now finally Heartt's army returns with that 1 Jaguar who's just looking for a dinner, just looking to kill something. Oh my god, this band from before is returning as well. So Hearttt didn't realize that Mr. Yo's plan was to just run him around the map until another body of cav archers show up. And now for a 3rd time, Mr. Yo is repelled yet again. Hearttt, be careful, be careful. Might want to attack the palisade gate there. It's not going to stand too long with only 400 HP. Speaking of HP, a few of these units are again bruised and battered, but HP is a little better than before. It was 600, now it's 900. 34 or 35 army supply to 20, villager count 84 to 91. Our Turk now getting Bosa, now getting wheelbarrow. Mr. Yo is done with the upgrades. He is building 18 cavalry archers at once. Ooh, takes a very shitty mangonel shot to the face though. And the dance continues. Time number 4. At this point, if you're Hearttt, at what point do you set a trap here in front of this gate? You know that's where he's running back to every single time. You just drop a castle here? Do you drop a few towers? Do you try to be annoying? Do you put your own skirmishers or something? I mean, Turkish skirmishers are absolutely dog shit, but they're cheap and they might get the few cav archer kills. Okay. Both players retreating. Mr. Yo now yet again out on the map. At this point, Hearttt needs to put out his own feelers out onto the map. A few outposts, a few spotting houses, because you know your Hun is not going to be happy taking on Death Ball versus Death Ball. He's going to want to poke and prod at you. Let's take a look at his wall off. Completely down. And this is that dangerous stage of the game where you cannot micro every single individual villager like you can in the first 10 or 12 minutes of the game. At this point, 94 villagers, it is impossible to micro them individually. And at the same time, oh, exactly, he must be looking away because now there's enough cav archers to one-shot these light cav. And our Turk takes a bit of a shitty engage there, loses a bunch of units for nothing. Okay, he is keeping an eye out on here. Scorpions on the high ground move forward. Mr. Yo, though, returns back to the safety of even more cav archers. 39. Now the camels engage. You'd like to think this is going to be a slaughter of camels. He's losing way too many camels. The light cav to the back is going to attack the scorpions as well. But there's a good amount of dead red bodies out in the field. But the camel numbers have dwindled. These are not Byzantine camels. Oh, double whammy. You know we love to see that. And now our Turk needs to be incredibly careful. Incredibly careful. I think Mr. Yo saw the foundation of the castle going up, so he knows not to engage into here. The question is, where will he engage into? 111 villagers. So villager count's not terribly different. 111 to 105 is, what, 4% difference in villager count. Another town center going up for our Turk. I think he realizes this might be a weak area, and so plops down a town center so he can garrison units. Villager, did he see the cav archers coming? How did he know to run away? Maybe with the camel archer? Camel archer, oh my god, wrong civ. Oh no, they're on the high ground. But Mr. Yo, retreating from the high ground. And Hearttt again managing to get a good number of kills as stragglers. And this is the problem now. This is where Mr. Yo is going to get super annoying, transitioning to stables. I wonder if we'll see Tarkans. Mr. Yo, 15 seconds from Imperial. Our Turk, 2 minutes behind. Let's see if Mr. Yo, who now has basically double the army count of his opponent, presses his advantage. No chemistry bracer for him. So he is continuing to double down on these cav archers. They're not 20% cheaper. He's building 15 of them at once, and now he's wedged himself into this housing project. Oh no. Nowhere to run but the camels. The camels, there's 3 of them here. 2 monks move forward, try to get a few converts. Beautiful yet again. Heartt's use of these camels is absolutely spectacular this game. I don't know who's winning this, to be honest. Mr. Yo has doubled the army supply, but you can't really engage. Cav archers aren't going to destroy buildings, which means he's going to eventually have to take some kind of fight. Oh, loses the 2 monks. Super sour there. At the same time, cav archers move underneath the town center. But this is exactly why I thought he placed this town center here. 1 down. Light cav down as well. Players disengaged yet again. Where are the camels? Where are these 23 camels for our Turk? Oh, they are still in the north. So he's trusting in the town center and 1 camel. Oh, he's bringing... No, never mind. He's bringing a contingent of 8 of them. And now Mr. Yo is going to poke through the north of the castle. Yeah, the castle is going to finish right in his face. Sees it a little bit too late. Loses 1. loses one, and the camels clean up. Did manage to lose one camel himself, but not a bad trade at all for our Turk, who no longer has light cav slash hussars, and whose castle is now under siege. Luckily for him, it is on the high ground. Unfortunately for him, he's only got 200 stone, and he is not training a treb of his own. Another incursion here, but camels preemptively placed will be able to destroy these light cav units. He wants the gold, he wants the stone. Mr. Yo exerting his muscles out onto the map. These are now 3 trebs, and the Hunnic army is just becoming ludicrously sized. Plate barding armor, Parthian tactics, conscription. They are going to be able to take a punch. They are going to train faster, but in 28 seconds, 33 camel riders are going to become heavies. Upgrades, fully upgraded armor. Attack upgrades, still missing blast furnace. You guys know my opinions about that. If you're going melee, get blast furnace immediately. It takes 100 seconds to research. Light cav, oh no, raiding the farming community. Finally, the gold raiders are dead. And these are now heavies, you can tell by their fancy new cloaks. And here we go. Our Turk says enough's enough. Focusing on the treb. And oh no, he engaged with basically half his camels, which means Mr. Yo has 21 cav archers left, fully upgraded at this point. They are going to be able to take quite the beating, while at the same time I see on the minimap there is a lot of raiding going on. But look at that. Look at that. Mr. Yo pushed back to the brink of his castle. Camels are going to be able to clean this up, or rather a camel is going to be able to clean this up. That +9 attack bonus is now should be a +18. +18 against cavalry. So we had a potential to see Cav Archer versus Cav Archer, one with extra HP, one super cheap, or cheaper. But instead we're getting a much nicer show here of heavy cavalry archers against heavy camels. So the HCA versus just the basic HCR. For those of you who are interested in a battle of acronyms, and oh no, 3 stables accompany the castle, and now the never-ending harassment will begin. This is what the exact game that Mr. Yo wants to be playing right now. Harass, harass, harass. Do not take full frontal fights, especially not with these camels that, again, aside from missing blast furnace, are fully upgraded at this time. Luckily for our Hun, these are not Saracen camels. Oh, the worst unit in the world against these guys, except possibly a monk. And now Mr. Yo, I mean, Heartt's villager count is fantastic. His gold is amazing, but he's running out of food. He is just running out of food. Now a castle's going up. He's got to deny this castle, while at the same time leaving enough units at home. These are heavy cav archers with +4 attack, though. And the camels. This is what you guys know I talk about camels being absolutely terrible at killing villagers. This is the problem. He needs more hussars. Half the army count, and wow, Mr. Yo finally gets the game that he wanted. Even though he's being raided by a few hussars with 0 kills, he is present in 1, 2, and we'll call this 3, 4 different locations, 5 if you count the north. And that is the beauty of the Huns. And this is exactly a clinic on their mobility, a clinic on how to use these cav archers. That being said, holy moly, I don't think I've seen better camel control out of any player so far. Hearttt here also putting on a fantastic clinic on how to preempt, how to know where your opponent is going to move, and placing 4, 5 camels there, 3 camels sometimes even, and just leaving behind a trail of dead bodies. And you can see how incredibly close the game is. I mean, our Turk with about 50 more military kills, because he only killed 9 villagers. Mr. Yo towards the end managed to rack up 52, but only 200 total kills, which means he's got 147 military to the 195. So almost 50 more military kills, but ultimately it is that cheaper cav archer that comes in clutch for Mr. Yo. How many archery ranges did he have? He looks like he just added 2 more to the back to the original 3, but now we've got these stables. And even though, yes, I did want to see marauders with pumping out Tarkans, you know, light cav is still not bad also not fully upgraded. So both players missing Blast Furnace, which is funny enough. 120 camels, 175 cav archers. I don't know who wins this in a full frontal engage. Probably the camel archers. Peak APM right at the beginning, peak APM midway through the game. Economies can't be that different. No, they really are. 23,000 gold. Very similar. Relics not really playing too much of a role. Just 1,000 extra gold. And about 2 castles worth extra stone for our Hun, who manages to snag all the rich minerals off the map. No wonder he's got basically gold miners everywhere. And it is our Turk with the gold mining bonus who falls behind in that regard. But ultimately, wow. I mean, what is left to say except number one, fantastic control of the army by Hearttt. Unfortunately, just too dispersed. I mean, he's got 19 camels. 3 of them are here. I'm just going to highlight everything. 3 of them, 6 of them are here. So 9 of them are somewhere else, which means there's only 10 left up here. 8 of them means there's 2 somewhere else out on the map. So unfortunately for him, Mr. Yo did go full on death ball with the cav archers, and Hearttt just didn't have the numbers to take this on. And even though he did a fantastic job, I mean, then he denied the castle so much that Mr. Yo has to send 9 more villagers. And even though players have almost identical villager counts, almost identical resources, to be honest, in total, it ultimately is Mr. Yo with the signature multi-pronged attack that ultimately wins this with his cav archers, with his light cav. But I mean, just an absolute stunning game out of both players. Mr. Yo is victorious, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.